So this video this morning is about a quick understanding of silver and gold and fiat currency that we use today in this pandemic fiat economic downturn that we're going through, this second so-called recession or planned economic demolition, financial disturbance, whatever you want to call it. But I want to give those that have an ear for listening that may already be invested in gold and silver and just kind of throw a tidbit of wisdom to go along with what they're already understanding. This here is a half ounce gold coin, a South Cougaran. This here is a half ounce silver coin or half ounce silver round by Liberty Mint. They're both circular, they're both uh, precious metals. The gold coin is a more valuable coin than a silver. I won't say a more valuable, but a higher degree of worth in a small package. It takes many more silver coins to equal the value of a gold coin in monetary terms, is what I mean. But they're both worth their weight in precious metal, depending on its usage. And that's what I want to get into. It's the usage of how the silver and gold works. There's two types of there's two ways to figure out how something works. And that formula is called the 80-20 rule. I'm sure you guys heard of the 80-20 rule. 80% of what you have, say you go to work. You work that whole week. You work pretty much that 80%. Then payday comes, that 20% out of the whole week. You get a paycheck. Then you go out and spend it. It takes, cooking dinner. 80% of what you do in the kitchen is cooking, prepping, but it only takes 20% of your time to eat that food. Silver and gold is the same way, depending on how you look at it. There's an 80-20 rule to both sides of the coin, no pun intended. But gold, in this formula, take business for instance, because gold has so much more value packed inside of its small shell, where silver has an expanded value packed within such a large scale. You could say 20% of gold versus the 80 out of 100, the 80% of silver will allow you to buy the business, to buy the shell. The gold is the down payment to the business. It allows you to buy the form of the business so that you can put in product. The silver you can look at is the 80% expansion of that business. Silver allows you to buy the product within the business. The individual units within the business, you have one silver coin for one purchase. You have 80 silver coins for 80 purchases, whereas the gold is 20% of the business itself. It takes two gold coins, because there's so much more value in it, to buy the land and the building. Let me put it that way. You can say that gold is the currency of kings. The world is only comprised of 20% kings, whereas the rest of the world is 80% the citizens. So the silver gets expanded to the citizens, whereas gold gets put into the hands of the king. The 80-20 rule. You can look at it as day and night. The Native Americans, or whoever they're called, from Central America once said, gold is the sweat of the sun, and silver are the tears of the moon. You can say the sun is hot, so it bears 20% gold to hold in value, and the moon is cool. So I don't need that much silver, but I will be much more protected with the gold than less with the silver. So it's how you want to look at it. Today, in this whole fiat currency scheme, money manipulation, evilness, however it's depicted, you want to be invested in both silver and gold. It's getting expensive out there. Inflation is a stealth tax. If you're not holding value for something that you've done in your life, gold has been there since Genesis chapter 2. Silver has been along with gold. Silver is the little brother of gold. If you're not invested in gold and silver to complement that gold, you're not holding money. Gold is the ultimate store of value. Now, I'm not going to talk about how to get the gold and the silver. You can go to JM Bullion or coin shops. There's lots of YouTube channels to look that up. I just want to give us listeners, in a nutshell, to continue looking into value. And gold and silver is just not the only form of value. You have the ground that you can buy in value to hedge your labor against a fiat currency. You have tools, machinery. There's lots of forms of value, food that you can store your energy into outside of a fiat currency. You want to make sure that you live your life correctly outside of the system. The system is corrupt. And you should, the love of money is the root to all evil. The love of money is not loved. To love something outside of the Lord is the root to all evil. Whether it's money or cars, women, anything put before the Lord is the root to that evil. Drugs. You want to stay appreciated to the Lord. The Lord is the cause. The gold and the silver is the effect. I'm talking primarily to the saints and those that already have a knowledge of gold and silver. Keep in mind that gold and silver as a monetary store of value is the hedge to leaving and protecting yourself against the fiat currency.